The definitive biography of Saint Arborius of Glossopdale and his thin dog. Episode 2, The Canonization of Arborius, from A Medieval Tale. A poor woman of the parish went regularly to church to pray for relief from her husband's flatulence. She considered it harsh providence, or at best ironic, that having survived the Black Death, she had now fallen victim to toxic inhalation day and night. The big-name saints whose intercession she sought were all too busy with major challenges such as plague, simony, and labour shortages on cathedral building projects, and with comparing martyrdoms, to hear her supplications. Marital flatulence continued to beset her, and it was driving her to despair, to say nothing of respiratory tract injury. Nevertheless, she went on hoping that her prayers would one day be answered, and a divine power would take the wind out of her husband's viscera, or rather arrange for it to remain therein. In modern times, so patient and unimaginative a soul, so resolute in her faith of the ultimate triumph of optimism over experience, would have found her métier as an England football manager. One day it chanced that a rat, on its way to start a new plague outbreak in Bristol, some rats have a poor sense of navigation, but that's common in Bristol, dropped a small bone in front of the praying woman before bolting into a hole in the wall of the south aisle. Correctly supposing that the ossicles had once formed part of an occupant of the church crypt, and presuming that its delivery by rodent post had been divinely inspired, the woman pondered the identity of its previous owner and the significance of its arrival at her pew. Looking around the nave, she became aware of a new series of wall paintings celebrating the earthly deeds of a local 7th century monk, Arborius, about whom strange rumours were muttered. His mortal remains were believed to lie in the crypt, along with numerous others. A stab of feminine intuition, or a disembodied voice in her ear, suggested that she pray to Arborius, not least because the wall paintings depicted this mysterious monk with a halo around his head and, more idiosyncratically, with a clothes peg on his nose. So she prayed to Arborius, and then she went home to cook supper. Picture her surprise when she found that her zephyrifrous husband had arrived home before her. He had left the fields early and was now searching in furious and destructive haste among the meagre furnishings of their wretched hovel. His most prized possession had unaccountably vanished. "Where is my anus, wife? What have you done with it? Where have you hidden it?" Overjoyed, the woman recounted this miracle to the priest. Recognizing an opportunity for promotion, the priest dictated the tale to a mushroom-eating friar who was passing and ordered him to report it to the bishop. Scarcely more than a month later, the less reputable Vatican tabloids were carrying banner headlines such as "Canonization candidate can make assholes disappear." The supposed deeds of Arborius and his alleged power to intercede between the faithful and the Almighty had become a cause célèbre in Rome and were on everybody's lips. Therefore, sainthood would have to be considered. However, scrupulous examination will be required as in all such cases. This raised a challenging question. Who would conduct the examination in situ? Among the Vatican hierarchy, there were uncomfortable murmurings. What are people saying about this Arborius? Can make assholes disappear. Could that be true? There's probably nothing in the rumour, but chap can't be too careful. As a result of these murmurings, the senior hierarchy decided to give Glossopdale a wide berth. Therefore, the devil's advocate who finally arrived to conduct the official investigation was fifth choice. He was no match for the wily local priest, who had whiled away the interim, spreading rumours about other miracles associated with Arborius, and lending a small sum of money to selected parishioners to help them remember occasions when Arborius had interceded on their behalf. So confident of success was the priest that he had placed an advance order with a well-known firm of reliquary manufacturers and been measured by a leading tailor for a set of cardinal's robes. Nor was his confidence misplaced. Arborius was canonized. The priest was promoted and left the area. The miracles ceased. The rumors died down, and St. Arborius was almost entirely forgotten. Almost.